I don't care how nice your HR rep is. No HR rep is your friend.
He's 100% right. But if you're a CEO starting a company, I have a tip for you, right? He's 100% right that HR is not your friend. Employees have to find that out the hard way, that things you say to them. I've had a bad experience with HR myself, where you think you're talking to them and trying to sort out problems, but it's not. They're trying to resolve problems the other side of it. And you see this all the time. This is one of the reasons why people ask for unions, because unions help with this kind of thing, where they have a process then that you can report things like crunch, misconduct, and other things in a good manner. But until that point, and if you're in a small company, one of the things you can do is you can hire outside HR. So that's what we did. We hired an outside HR company in Seattle that we agreed they can talk to people, and sometimes we would never know what that employee said to them, or it'd be anonymous, and it would come back to us as a way to fix and make sure to kind of keep us honest. And so it's a way you can do it. We actually would sometimes get a bill, and I had no idea what we were paying for. We just trusted the company. It's a really well-run company. I love the people there. But they would be like, we resolved something for an employee. I didn't even hear about it because it wasn't it's just because they were really looking out for the employee and working with them to give them the tools to resolve the issue in a way that worked for them. And occasionally we would do where they would do one-on-ones with employees, and then we would get that back and work through it. But again, it was all anonymous so that we couldn't pin it to an employee. Of course, if there's one vegan and the person's complaining there's not vegan food in the fridge, you know it's the vegan, right? But a lot of it really was really helpful and really positive, and I will suggest this to everybody starting a company, is hire an outside HR company, talk through with them that you are willing to pay them even if you don't know what you're paying them for. So you have to find somebody trustworthy. If you live in Seattle, I have a company I'm more than happy to do introductions with. The people there are just wonderful. But look at it from your employee's point of view, because that's how your employees should be looking at it. And so be the decent company and flip it on its end, and actually make HR something that can be a resource for employees, and it'll really kind of change the way that people can be there. We do not use it currently because there's only 4 of us and we talk all the time. We do joke about the Schreier files, that we're occasionally building the Schreier files, but it's joking. But we keep each other on the hook, right? Because we're small enough that we can talk bluntly to each other. And as soon as we grow again a little bit, we will go back out and hire that HR company to do the same thing they did before. Because I think it's really important that employees kind of feel safe and they feel that they have a avenue to communicate back, in an avenue to resolve issues. So do it. And seriously, I don't even think that maybe the state of Washington, because they do some legal stuff, but seriously, if you're in the state of Washington and you want, more than happy, but it's like outside HR. There's other companies that do this. There's some national ones that aren't going to be nearly as good. Like, you got to trust them. So this is why I was saying, if you want me to introduce you to them, I'm more than happy to.